Hey guys, Moose here. We are back with another episode of Stonehearth in our Ascendancy playthrough, and it is Friday, finally. Hope you've enjoyed your week, hope you're looking forward to the weekend, and today, on February 24th, we're going to be discussing a game that came out only 1 year ago today, because I can't really see anything else that I would really have anything to say about. So, that game is a game that really actually didn't come out a year ago today, but a version of it did. It is the PC port of Disgaea. Okay, we're fine. Wait, no, why are you guys all running back? I don't want you to run back. You've got fighting to do over here, but you probably don't have to... No, that's not the fighting. Where's the fighting? There is no fighting. Okay, good. Disregard. But yeah, Disgaea PC... Disgaea came out for PC 1 year ago today. This is a game that I played a fair bit. I actually have a unfortunate story about it because something happened that I regret. I can't remember. There was something I lent him in return. This is going to make sense in a minute, but right now I'm trying to think. I can't remember what it was. So I think we basically did an unintentional trade. I had a friend who played games in high school. Yeah, unsurprising. But he lent me Disgaea for the PS2. Because I had a PS2, but I didn't have Disgaea and I wanted to play because it looked really fun. He'd finished already. So I borrowed it from him. And then it just never returned it. And it wasn't like a deliberate, I'm not going to return it thing. It was just like, well, he never brought it up and I kind of forgot about it. And then like 2 years later, I was like, oh shit, I have his game. And at that point, I'd stopped talking to him and it's just, okay, well, what are you going to do? I've seen him once in like the last decade, so I feel bad, but I think he had something of mine too. I can't remember. I don't think either of us really gives a shit about it. I'd be kind of surprised, but yeah, I still have his copy of Disgaea, but I wound up buying it on the DS as well, I believe. So, not really. I mean, I'd consider buying the PC version to stream it, but I don't think that's necessary. But it was a good game. I really enjoyed it a lot, and I honestly wish we had more games like that. I feel like they could make... Like, I'd really love to see a game that was halfway between Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. I don't want to say Tactics because I know that's a much more popular one, but I never played it. So I don't want to say like, oh, be like Tactics, but then I don't know what Tactics is like because I never played it. I only played Advance, like I said. So really, let's just go with Tactics Advance. Like a cross between Tactics Advance and Disgaea, because Disgaea had some really good elements to it with team-up attacks, and it was very impactful. You felt like, oh yeah, they're both attacking together, so it's doing a shit ton of damage or whatever, and cool stuff going on, and special moves that are more interesting than some of the stuff you get in Final Fantasy Tactics. You're gonna get wrecked, yeah. You're fucked, buddy. So that's an archer one, so we need to get our military out there immediately. They're not gonna make it. We'll try, though. But yeah, so I think Disgaea was a little bit more freeform, and that was good, but it also... Basically, the thing that I would like for it to take from Final Fantasy Tactics is to be a bit more polished, I guess. And it's not 100% just polish, but having it be more... less crazy, I guess, is maybe what I'm looking for. But then have a tactics game that's got a little bit more interesting mechanics, because Tactics Advance didn't really feel like a mechanics-driven game, to be honest. I know it had mechanics, and those mechanics were significant and interesting and meaningful, but it mostly felt like a story-driven game. It didn't really feel like a mechanics-driven game, and I'd really like to see a mechanics-driven tactical RPG, kind of along the lines of something like Disgaea, but with maybe some more management aspects and less just kind of crazy. Like, the thing with Disgaea is you could go to, like, level 1,000,000 or something and reincarnate your people to make them level 1 again at the same stats, and then that would give them additional stat bonuses, and it got, like, really out of control. And basically, I have super in my save file, which I think it still exists. It's just flash memory, like I discussed in the last episode. It's really like I have some just bullshit NPCs or bullshit characters. And the other thing about that is you'd also have some really weird interactions where, like, if you're dodge, you basically, to land a heal, you have to hit the target even though the target is one of your own units. So you could miss a heal, or basically certain characters would be like impossible to heal because their dodge stat was just too high, which seems stupid to me. That's not what dodging is. Like, dodging is not like, oh, well, look, I'm sorry, man, I know. That'd be like getting really good at dodgeball, and then as a result, you're physically incapable of playing goalie in soccer or hockey or something. It just doesn't make any sense. Like, well, I can't turn it off. I can't stop dodging everything I need to dodge. Then, no, that's not how that works. So, it just seems silly that it works. It's kind of funny, but it's also like, I don't get it. It doesn't make sense. It's a little bit dumb. So, like, having a version of Disgaea in a different setting with less of that and more kind of like keeping some of the cool mechanics, but also making it more kind of like traditional RPG, I think would be really cool. And something that I like to see, because there aren't that many tactical RPGs anymore. I think I heard Valkyria Chronicles or something like that is one of them. That game seems old, but it keeps popping up on Steam sales for whatever reason. Might have to pick it up eventually, I don't know. I don't really have time for most of that stuff. Oh, you're dying. Maybe I should get you. Someone will get her, that's fine. She might die first, though, because she's already really low on health. But yeah, you know, maybe pick up Valkyria Chronicles, maybe play some more Disgaea. I'm sure there's other stuff I should pick up that'd be worth getting. I don't think anyone's going to get her, unless one of these two is. Yeah, nope. Get her, just get her. No, you're fucked. You're gonna die. Unless you're doing it. Maggie Doral, can she make it? Nope. I keep hoping that she's gonna pick up... No, you just walk right up to her and leave because you picked up the other stuff. Yeah, you're dead. I think he might have been coming for it, but... That was our herbalist. Alright, well that's not a big deal. Everyone's gonna be depressed now, but whatever. I don't care that much. Yeah, sure. Because if I need to make this person a cleric, it'll be easy. Congratulations, you're an herbalist. Go get the staff. Don't care about the goblins. But yeah, there's not really much else other than those. Like, I know there's more installments to the Disgaea series. Atlas is, you know, got plenty of RPG type junk. Some of them are tactical. But there's just not much else. Maybe I'd like... you know what might be cool? And this is... Total Biscuit has been talking about this stuff a little bit recently because he's pretty into Warhammer. But I grew up playing Final Liberation, which was sort of it was more of like a turn-based RPS than a tactical RPG, but maybe that's not that different. And maybe it would be fun to have something like that to play. Oh, they actually came down. Alright. It might be nice to go that route. And I think that might scratch the itch better than some of the actual tactical RPGs that are out there right now, because those aren't really doing it for me. And maybe the reason they're not doing it for me is there's just not enough of them or something, I don't know. But I'm not really satisfied with what's available at the moment, I guess, is kind of what I'm trying to say. It's a little bit hard for me to explain. But maybe that would be the route. Maybe what I'm really looking for, what I'd really like to see is... Yeah, let's go hard here. That'll be 100 times 3. So 300, right? I'm doing that right? Yeah, okay. 300. That'll be good. To consolidate our inventory a bit. They have healers, yeah, but they're lagging behind, so we'll be able to take them out. I really hate invasions. I'm so tired of them. I know I can just block everything off, but then I can't get new people. So yeah, maybe I'd like to see a little bit more of like a turn-based RTS kind of thing as opposed to a tactical RPG. Not really sure what I want, to be honest. Maybe I just want a turn-based RPG too. I mean, I'm enjoying the hell out of Darkest Dungeon. That's kind of what that is, so I don't know. I feel like RPGs are an underserved market, but we're really just getting action RPGs mostly. Like, dude, guys, you need to fucking show up. Like, get up here. No one's listening to orders. This is not a good situation. Okay, here we go. That should be fine now. Their cleric's just healing himself, so... Oh, there's a guy. Okay, I was wondering why the ladder was on fire. That was very strange. I couldn't see the goblin. But yeah, RPGs in general just don't seem to have that many in the market. It's mostly, like, for really... I mean, part of this is that I hate BioWare, so... Guys, could you stop fucking doing this every time? Yeah, half of our military just doesn't give a fuck about doing this. It's so annoying. Okay, now okay, I sent everyone away, so now they've decided to join in. That's how that works, clearly. Sometimes this game pisses me off. Alright, we're done, so stop playing the fucking music. I'll have to turn down my headphone volume here so I can actually think straight with all this dramatic music playing. But yeah, I really don't like BioWare. I don't know if I've talked about that, but I hate BioWare. And, like, they're the ones doing, you know, Dragon Age and Mass Effect, and I hate both of those series. Dragon Age less so. But Mass Effect I just have zero respect for. And it's... I think calling it an RPG is generous. But fine, let's call it an RPG. And that I'm gonna get shit for that probably, but it's a game that has a story. It's a shooter with a story. That's how I look at it. So I don't really see it as an RPG. And to a degree, I would say... Well, okay, let me rephrase that, because I would also say Skyrim, by that logic, and I would also probably say this just in general, maybe Skyrim's not really an RPG either. Oh, god damn it. Okay, I'm done. Fuck this. Just, no, but I have someone coming. Damn it! And they spawn out here. Fuck! I want to wall everything off, because this is just so stupid. I'm tired of fighting. It's like every 5 seconds we get another fucking invasion. Gonna have to make a mod just to stop them from coming, like, so damn frequently? It's irritating as hell. I realize this is hard mode, but hard mode shouldn't mean get invaded every 30 seconds mode. Alright, well at least the military's showing up. Alright, well what are you gonna do? But yeah, I would say... Probably I think I could realistically say I don't really see Skyrim as an RPG. And it's gonna sound absolutely ludicrous probably, but... That's genuinely how I just don't see it as an RPG. In the same way that I don't see Mass Effect as an RPG. It's more of like a story-driven shooter, and... Like... What would you call Mount and Blade, I guess? Oh, you died. Wow. That's a serious issue. Please, someone go get him. I'm irritated that I did not notice that sooner. Okay, I don't know if anyone is going to get picked up here. I suspect possibly you might be saved, but I don't know if I don't think our knight's going to be saved. Nope, you're fucked. You're both going to... Yep, you're going to get saved just in time. Good. Hopefully you can get him back home before he dies. Yes, if you could save that person, that would be... No, come on, just save him. Go save him. You've got a little bit of time with her. No, stop getting this stuff. Go save the... maybe you're gonna do it? No. What about one of you? Nope. Nope. You? Or any of you? No. No. Yeah, no. Are you trying to get to her and you can't? Is that the issue? I don't think so. I think they're just not going to save her. I mean, that was our new person anyway, but, like, come on. Someone get in there, please? No, what are you going to do? Obnoxious, but that's life. So yeah, I'd kind of like to see a cross between Final Fantasy Tactics and Disgaea, because I mean, another aspect of it that I'd like to see switched over is the management aspect of Disgaea is really, or not Disgaea, Final Fantasy Tactics was quite fun, or Advance was quite fun, where you you'd send people out on missions and things and deal with them that way rather than doing them yourself. That was cool. Picking the fights like from the job board, like having a quest board where you decide, okay, I'm going to go do this one and this one and this one. That was kind of cool. Yeah, you're fucked. You're so dead. Things like that were fun. I enjoyed those things, but Disgaea was really just like direct, story driven. That's you follow the story, you do the next mission, and that's it. Which is fine. There was some side stuff that you could do where you go level up a weapon or something, but other than that, yeah, that's not surprising. Other than that, there wasn't that much going on. No, I don't want to do that. I want to pick it up. Wrong button. And I'd kind of like to see somewhere in the middle, I guess, because one of them felt too loose and freeform, and the other felt too rigid and too bland, I guess. Like the move tactics, I really like the reaction that you can equip, and you say, well, when you get hit, do this. And I basically felt like, well, if you don't have counter, you're basically terrible. So maybe there's some balance work that needed to be done there, but I like that it was there. And then Disgaea was a little bit more simple in that respect, and you were mostly learning moves based on your weapon, I think. Which is fine, I don't think there was anything wrong with that. It was just a little bit of a different way of handling it. So... or not really, let me rephrase that. It's a different mechanic. And it was a little bit more simple, I guess. But then the attacks in Disgaea were more complex, where you'd have more AoE and you'd need to position things, and setting up the terrain made more sense, whereas it felt like in Tactics Advance, you mostly are talking about, am I in range or am I not? And that was kind of it. Usually you're not looking at a situation where you're, okay, I need to get everyone in a line, or things like that. It didn't feel like the game worked that way to me. Maybe I'm misremembering, it's been a while since I played, but that's just kind of how it felt to me. And I'd prefer something a little bit more complex and varied with how a game such as Disgaea worked. And maybe part of this is just Final Fantasy fatigue, where I've been playing FF games for so long that yes, the White Mage has Cure 1, Cure 2, Cure 3, or whatever, and then you might rename them to something else depending on which Final Fantasy game we're talking about. They'll be called something else, like Curaga, Curaja, Cura, things like that. And then they have Protect, and maybe they have Shell as well, and then they have blah 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 blah, on and on. You know exactly what they have, and then there's an Archer, and they can usually mostly do status effects, and like, it's too well known. Where the fuck is our military? What are you guys doing? Are you all sleeping together? Are you having an orgy in that house, or what? Okay. It's our blacksmith, right? We don't want to lose her. Yeah, we're gonna be fine. She should get picked up, but you never know. Yeah, maybe it's just Final Fantasy fatigue, and I'd like to see a little bit more variety. This is a nice thing about Disgaea, actually there was legit variety. You had crazy different classes and everything. Though I think you maybe only still had a couple healers. I should go back and play it a little bit more. Refresh my memory. It was a very good game. I enjoyed the crap out of it, and I would not mind putting some more time into it. I don't think I maximized my enjoyment out of it. I do not feel like I'm done with it. I'm not tired of it by any stretch, so I wouldn't mind going back. It's more a question of time. Really just a time issue, as it seems to always be. And speaking of time, we are out of time for today. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you'll join us for the next one as well. Take care.